Hey everybody. I wanted to do a follow-up on the Chantix videos that I put out almost 2 years ago. I've been smoke-free, cigarette-free for almost 2 years. Uh, Currently I'm recording this in late October, so it'll be officially 2 years in mid-December. So I got about a month and a half to go. But I'm rounding off. The reason I'm rounding off is I'm finished. I'm smoke free as far as I'm concerned. I, I'm. It's hard. It's kind of hard to put into words because I actually feel like I've never smoked. I mean, when I started Chantix and I was, on the drug in the first couple months, my apprehensions were how do I get along or go throughout my day without a cigarette first thing when you wake up, right when you have a meal, or I should say after you have a meal, when you're bored, etc., etc. Now, I honestly can't fathom. It doesn't even enter my mind. It really doesn't. So for me, the drug worked. Now, going back to that video that I made on the side effects and, what I experienced for that 36 hours after I stopped taking the drug was for real. It was a little disturbing. But that that did go away. I'm not coughing because I slipped up. I'm just getting over a cold. Although I will say this though, I did slip up once. I was on a vacation down in Florida, where it's more accepted down that area, depending on where you are, to smoke indoors. I was down there for St. Patty's Day in March. And believe it or not, we wound up at this block party. They closed down the whole street / shopping center down there. And there was a cigar bar. And it was the only place that wasn't standing room only. So me and my buddies kind of commandeered the last standing bar stool, and we're guarding it with our lives for a while just to have somewhere to sit. But again, this was at a frickin' cigar bar. And by that point I had been off cigarettes for 13, 14 months, and I did slip up. I was in the line for a unisex bathroom, and a girl behind me offered me, how can you say no? Oh, shit, weakness. Anyway, she offered me a smoke, and I took it. Now, I didn't have any fire on me. I didn't have a lighter, so I thought, okay, I'll be cool, and I'll just take it and just hold it, and then, digit whatever. I don't know. I was drinking all damn day. It was St. Patty's Day. Anyway, so I took it, and of course, what'd she do? She offers to light mine off of hers. Okay, great. So I was like, okay. And again, I wasn't out of my mind drunk, but I was feeling pretty good. So I took that drag, and it was it scared me because it felt great, and I was too drunk, and I had been in a cigar bar for up to 3 hours at that point, so it wasn't like I was gonna start coughing from it, or get a buzz that would turn me green like the cartoons. So it was my turn to get into the bathroom, so I got in there, and it was hanging out of my mouth while I'm doing my thing, and it was just getting in my eyes, and the whole thing was just terrible, just terrible. And it just reminded me of all the reasons why I quit. And so as soon as I got out of the bathroom, I quickly found the nearest ashtray, ditched it, and I was done. I went up to my buddies and like, we gotta get the hell out of here. I don't give a crap if we gotta stand, whatever. And it was getting late at night, into the night anyhow. So, you know, we were like, whoa, you know, they were all confused as to why I was flipping out. But I had just smoked my first cigarette in 13 months. So it was a little disturbing. But here's the good news. The next morning, the friend of mine that I was down there with, he was excuse me, maybe I'll edit that out. He was a smoker, and he was doing what all the smokers always used to do, which first thing in the morning, you go for that cigarette, especially when you're hungover. And it was funny because he asked if I had an urge. I said, hell no. I have the urge for some frosted mini wheats and some freaking Gatorade. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything to do with cigarettes. And to be honest with you, if I was a blackout drunk, I wouldn't have remembered it anyway. Took 5 drags off the thing. But the moral of that story is, at least for me, is that even though I slipped up and I did what I did and I had 5-6 drags off that cigarette, it didn't trigger a damn thing in terms of instantly I'm back into it, you know, right away. Now mind you, if I would have bought a pack and been an idiot, yeah, okay, fine, sure. But I was all good. And that's the only slip up for a cigarette or anything for that matter that I've smoked since I made that video before about the side effects. Basically, I just wanted to let y'all know. I know this is running on 7.5 minutes here. And I don't know if you sat through this whole thing, but the point of the matter is, coming up on 3 years, and I can't imagine ever being a smoker. I can't even fathom the fact that I used to be honest with you. And I recently went on that trip with those same guys to the Eagles game in Buffalo a few weeks back, and it was just so convenient not to have that in the back of your head, you know, cigarettes. It's just so nice. So if you're thinking about it, you know, talk to your doctor. Definitely do that. But I would say, you know, go for it with your doctor's permission, etc., etc. It worked for me, and I definitely think it would probably work for you too. So if you're thinking about smoking, I definitely think you should give this a shot. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to hit me up down below, or even if you want to keep it private, you can throw me a email via YouTube or what have you, and I'll be glad to answer any other questions you got. Alright, thanks for watching.